Reverend Daniel Pater is in plain sight.
Keep the map oriented. This is north.
Now a Butler County bus driver, Pater had been permanently banned from active ministry by the Vatican after the Archdiocese of Cincinnati said Pater admitted to sexually abusing a 14-year-old girl while he was a priest in the 1980s. Pater, seen here on the Facebook page of the Butler County Regional Transit Authority, was not charged with abuse. The 9 on Your Side I-Team also found Pater last month at St. Simon of Cyrene Episcopal Church in Lincoln Heights, where he spent most of the last 6 years as the church's director of music.
He's not our director of music any longer. I'm not going to talk to you about that right now.
Cincinnati Archbishop Dennis Schnurr has refused to discuss why Pater, a confessed child molester supervised by the Archdiocese, was allowed to serve for nearly 6 years in a leadership position in a different church.
Well, it is a big deal because it's a church, and that's where he ended up getting his victims.
A 3-month investigation by the I-Team found local Catholic Church officials failing to track some priests accused of abuse, refusing to disclose to the public all of the names of priests who have been credibly accused, and refusing to answer questions about why more information isn't available. The Catholic Church isn't required by law to supervise priests who are credibly accused and removed from ministry. But critics say church leaders should make a better effort to inform the public of those past accusations. Tom Doyle is a former canon lawyer for the Vatican. He's reviewed more than 1,000 priest sex abuse cases as an expert witness and consultant, including cases in the Cincinnati area.
You don't know where they are because the church washes their hands of all responsibility.
Our investigation began this summer when our reporting uncovered failures by the Archdiocese of Cincinnati to be transparent with their concerns about Reverend Jeff Drew, who had been repeatedly accused of inappropriate behavior with teenage boys. After hearing news about Drew, a former altar boy accused Drew of sexually assaulting him in the 1980s. Drew is charged with 9 counts of rape for those alleged assaults. He has pleaded not guilty.
How long does a cycle have to repeat itself before you don't believe the next lie?
Our investigation shares the stories of abuse survivors, including Dave Harper, who hopes silent survivors will see them and not feel alone.
For me, like for the abuser to have had accountability, that is incredibly important.
Our motives are simple: to make sure the public has the most complete information about priests with ties to the tri-state, especially publicly accused priests who are still unnamed by the local Catholic Church. The I-Team spent more than a month reviewing every national Catholic Church directory for the last 60 years. This enabled us to compile a complete record of assignments for local priests publicly accused of abusing children using the following criteria we developed. Had they lived or worked in local Catholic churches or schools? Are they on the credibly accused list of a Catholic diocese or religious order in the United States? Are they listed as a defendant, or is their alleged abuse described in civil or criminal court records? And are they named in media accounts which document their alleged abuse?
These men were moved, often, very often. Every time another allegation came forward, they were moved to another church.
Our investigation examined dozens of lawsuits against the local diocese and revealed Covington survivors received some of the highest financial awards in the country, while Cincinnati survivors got some of the lowest. The I-Team dug deeper than ever into a culture of silence in the Catholic hierarchy.
I deposed 22 priests during the civil case. Every one of them took the Fifth Amendment in their deposition.
The combined dioceses in the tri-state have refused to publicly identify dozens of accused priests, including clergy with criminal convictions and those who have been permanently removed from the priesthood for allegations of sexual abuse. But the I-Team will name them. Mr. Munch?
Yes.
Craig Cheatham, I'm a reporter with Channel 9. Would like to talk with you about the allegations. Are you surprised that we found so many priests who are still being hidden by the Catholic Church?
No, I mean, that's what I expected.
The I-Team left messages for Dan Pater through social media and phone calls to the number linked to his most recent home address. He has not responded. The Archdiocese of Cincinnati declined to answer any questions about Pater, including if it notified the Episcopal Diocese or St. Simon's Church about Pater's past. Craig Cheatham, 9 on your side.